sheer madness that is Shay's mashing once he gets into the tutorial. Because Shay's mashing is pretty good.
He definitely has one of the top level, if not the top level of mashing in the game.
That's so stupid. nhaar not looking bad himself though. Like, wow.
So yeah, both runners are going to have good mashing, and they both have very good knowledge on Genocide, so this is going to be a very interesting race to watch.
Yeah, very good so far.
So usually, when you're a top level runner, we gauge what time you hit that door tutorial at, and he got like pretty much the lowest 49 you can get, but you can get 48 when you hit that door.
I typically tend to gauge when I get into the first Frogget encounter, and for me, I'm bad at tech smashing and stuff. I'm pretty happy with a 119, but I think Shay is going to be like 116 at this rate. Oh, menuing though. Menuing's tricky. Oh boy. I see there's nothing that I can't jinx, clearly. So he's also just, yeah, both getting the 119. See, I know what I'm talking about. Kind of. So, yeah, nhaar will be holding a very slight advantage in the early game here, but as we've seen in the previous races, or if you haven't really seen a race before, let me assure you, it really doesn't mean anything until the RNG starts. You obviously want to be saving tiny bits of time wherever you can because it's obviously just good practice, but the RNG is going to be the main determining factor in this race. And it is going to start as early as the next room once they actually start the first ruins grind, where we're going to need to get 20 kills going throughout the ruins. We're going to do it in 2 separate halves, but the first 12 encounters in these next 2 rooms, there is a lot of time that could potentially appear between the runners depending on the RNG that they get.
Both start off with Frogget, and they both do not get the frog skip either.
Yeah, so worst possible RNG to begin for both runners. And they're going to be transitioning between the 2 rooms that you see here, since encounters in this game are tied to the step counter. And every time you transition to a new room, it resets the step counter, which winds up being faster for grinding multiple encounters in quick succession.
So Shay is not off to a great start here. He's got 2 Froggets in a row. And a 3rd Frogget.
Each singular encounter is more likely to be a Frogget, in fairness. It's a 66% chance for a Frogget, 33% for a Whimsun. But, statistically, being that we're getting at least 12 kills here, you would still expect to see at least 3 Whimsuns on average. Honestly, 4, really. So maybe the game's just saving them for Shay for the later part. See, there we go. Now we're getting some.
Ooh, definitely not looking good for Shay at all.
Yep. Oh, just got the damage for a 2-shot there. I've always been unconvinced whether it's worth just getting an immediate hit on the Frogget like that, since you do need a very good hit on turn 2 to still make it a 2-hit fight. Yeah, he's taking a safer approach here. He's getting a frog skip as well, though.
So Shay did level up before nhaar.
Yeah, all that really indicates, though, is that he's been getting more Froggets than Whimsun since they give more experience per fight. More Froggets everywhere. They'll be coming up towards the end of the first half of the grind here, just a couple more encounters for both of them. At which point they will be going into the next room for the 13th encounter, and then they'll go a couple more rooms into the triple rock room to get the last 7 kills that they need. They're going to move on at that point because as you gain more kills in this category, the encounter rate gradually gets lower and lower. So it's going to take longer for them to find encounters, and getting one enemy per encounter is not going to be productive anymore. So we move on to an area where we can get multiple enemies per encounter, if the RNG is willing. You can get really screwed over by getting one enemy per encounter still, if you're really unlucky.
So we're going to see Shay go up to this signpost up here, which I'm not sure why. It actually removes the trigger for Toriel calling you in the middle of that room there.
Yeah, it's a slight optimization since it just saves a few text boxes, really. But, you know, it's free time if you can get it, so why not?
See, even with that poor RNG at the start, Shay did manage to pull just a little bit ahead.
However, it's right here in the second half. This is the more important half of the grind, really. I mentioned that it's still possible to get single encounters here. It's a 23% chance for each encounter to be a single mold small, and that can be really bad. Okay? You know, both of these encounters are runnable, but it always just really depends on what they get near the end, especially since the RNG, well, since the encounter rate keeps dropping off more and more. When the runner has 2 enemies left, it's the absolute worst thing for them to get a single mold small. It wastes so much time. So nhaar with 5 left, Shay with 4 left after this last mold small. 2 again, okay. So at this point, the best thing that can happen for nhaar is to get a single, I should say a triple mold small encounter, since it will be the last encounter for the area. But we'll see.
Ooh.
Oh, Shay. Okay, I mean this in the best way possible, but I kind of hope that nhaar gets the same thing now, just for the sake of keeping it a bit more even.
And he gets the triple he needs.
Wow, this RNG. That's some of the best RNG you can get in the second half. The only way that could have been better is if he'd had Frogget Whimsun encounters instead of double Frogget encounters. It would have saved a couple turns of time, but this is still a 3-fight second half. Although Shay does have Frogget Whimsun here, so getting away with like second prize, it seems. Still needing that one more encounter though, and this is going to be the end for nhaar. So yeah, as I say, Shay having a slight lead out of the first half, but nhaar is going to have quite a significant lead here coming out of the second half.
So the encounter that Shay would like to get right now is Frogget Whimsun. And he gets it.
Oh my god, nice.
Oh, and he attacked the Frogget first.
Yeah, mismenuing there. His health is a little low as well, but that's fine. Okay. At that point, I would have bit the bullet and still just gone for the Whimsun, since there's always a chance of being able to get a frog skip against a lone Frogget.
Oh, he had 1 encounter left. Yeah, he mismenued. He should have went for the... It's long gone now, but it was a little bit of a mistake on his end.
Mm. Yeah, in the second half of the grind like that, I always start the encounters by just menuing Z down Z, just in case I get Frogget Whimsun. If you have like any other encounter you get there, it doesn't make any difference.
So runners are not very, very far apart. So
this looks about 15 seconds, yeah. I'm going to judge when nhaar enters home. So 9:14, just on the dot. So
if your prediction is right, it should be around 9:29. It looks like it's going to be a little bit more than that.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit more. Quite a bit more, actually. Wow. Yeah, that's more than I thought. It was like 22, 23 seconds.
I could easily be saved later on, though. This is not over.
If the RNG plays ball, yeah, sure. It all just... It's always the depending factor. God, that text progression. Oh God.
You know, NR's timer's already red. It looks like he's gotten a sub 10 before.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect it from a lot of top-level Genocide runners. Like, when you grind enough attempts, you're going to get one or two that are exceptionally good on the RNG front, eventually. Like, you're not going to get them every time, but you'll get one every so often.
So definitely another average ruins.
Yeah, it's a little better than what we were seeing in the last race, but it's still like not on the fantastic side. Yeah.
That's a wonderful idea.
And now doing a bit of swag walk in there as well, I see. And Shay following suit as well. I don't like this. Stop it. Stop it immediately. Alright, so snowed in. So both of our guys are going to be picking up the first weapon upgrade of the run and get the tough glove out of the box here. Since the power boost is very much appreciated for being able to kill stuff in 2 shots.
That's an absurd mashing on Shay's end.
Menu, like, he's struggling a little with the menuing throughout this run so far. Okay, no phone call for nhaar. There is a flat 10% chance there to... Wow, 48 damage. That is exactly how much health Ice Cap has. Phew. Yeah, 10% chance to get a time-wasting phone call on the screen. Shay has it. Oh my god.
Shay's getting the pizza.
The little wiggle of frustration there as well. Don't think I didn't see that. Alright, nhaar, a puzzle ahead. All that puzzle solving skill helping him to maintain the lead, even though there is no puzzle solving in this category. So we are going to see which encounter comes up next. So on this bridge there's 2 possible encounters, Ice Cap and Jerry, or Ice Cap, Chilldrake and Jerry. And we've got the first one. So this is favourable to get at the start of the grind. since it just takes less time to get through the encounter rate is still super high, so we can chain them together pretty quickly.
Shay getting the favorable encounter as well.
Mm-hmm. Now for this fight with the dogs, a little strategy that we use also is to kill off the female dog first. It's a 3-hit affair for either of these, but if the male dog is the only one left alive, he becomes broken-hearted, drops his defense a lot, and we can then just kill him with one solid hit.
It looks like none of them got the axe attack.
Yeah, that's, wow, not particularly favourable. The dog attack is a bit slower. What?
Nhaar just do there?
Excuse me? Sir? Sir? I mean, I guess that wasted no frames, but still, wow. I don't think I'd risk that. Okay, so there is a little bit of RNG in this fight, in that there's 2 attack animations we can get. We have the spear and 2 turns of spear, so nhaar's getting a slow fight here. If you get the dog animation, you can just physically run into the dog to end the turn a bit early. Okay, one more chance for Shay. Okay, a little bit of time save.
He's ready for absurd matching.
Yeah, it's the thing, like, little bits of time save are just going to be clawed back for Shay just from the mashing being so fast. It's dumb. So this is the screen that the remainder of the actual Snowden grind is going to take place on. They need to get up to 16 kills total. And they both had Ice Cap Jerry, so that puts them on 11 left when they reach this point, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't exactly been keeping count. I don't know what I'm on about.
So Shay's getting favorable encounters right now. I don't know if he's gonna do the thing with his walking here. He might. Yeah, he's doing the thing.
Yeah, nhaar really not getting the best RNG right now. The problem with these triple encounters early on in the grind is that although you are getting more kills per encounter, while Jerry is on screen, he actually makes the enemy attack animations take a couple of seconds longer for each turn. So these triple fights are taking longer than they should. And you really want to save these for later on in the grind when the encounter rate is a lot lower. But obviously it's something that the runners don't have direct control over. And as for the very end of the grind itself, with either having 2 left or 3 left, they're basically always going to be on a coin flip where they'll either need to kill Jerry or not in order to end the grind on the current encounter. Like if they have 3 kills required, and then they just get a Ice Cap and Jerry, then very likely they just take the Ice Cap to leave with 2 left. And if they have 2 left, and then they get another Ice Cap Jerry, then you know, you're kind of forced into a situation where you need to kill the Jerry because it's just going to be much faster than grinding for another encounter, even though Jerry takes so much time to kill.
So I believe both runners are coming up to their 14th or 13th kill here.
Judging by in-house music, I think he has 3 left now. I'll be listening. Like, I think he had 4 left when he got that encounter. Which makes me wonder, if I was there and I knew I had 4 left, I honestly don't know if I'd take the jury there to make sure that the next encounter was going to be the end. Like, it's difficult to make these decisions on the fly. Oh, wow. Taking a little bit of a walk here, nice.
Taking the scenery. He's going a little far.
Nah, he's got more than enough time to get back.
Oh yeah. So they're definitely both on their last encounter.
Yeah, this is definitely 2 left for Enhar.
Oof. Shay might have to kill Jerry. Yep.
Okay, so we're about to see a visual representation of the difference in time between these 2 encounters. I don't think I've ever seen this in real time. There you go, folks. This is how much longer Jerry takes. Not a massive amount of time, but it's still time you can do without, ideally.
So NR is still in the lead here.
Yeah. I'm going to see what the
Once
pace is like. I'm just going to pull up my splits and see exactly what that's like. 23:12 snowed in. I think that's about 30 seconds-ish behind my PB, I think. About to find out.
yeah, that's ahead of my PB by like 40 seconds almost.
Yeah, I've got a 22:40 snowed in.
Mine is a 23:41.
Wow, that means from that point towards the end of the run, you pull back basically a full minute over my run. Wow, I'm bad.
So yeah, apparently NR is +9 right now in his PB, which I think his PB is a 106 question mark.
It's a high 106, yeah. So skipping the first Aaron, as is standard, since it's a pretty time-wasting 2-turn fight. But the Washua is apparently a little less time-wasting to the point where people feel it's worth taking these days. Mainly because you can get the fast hits as you're seeing nhaar do here. Don't need to wait for perfect hits.
Shay's gonna have to go a little bit more on the fight bar there.
Yeah, a red hit should do it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's pretty safe. So now the chase sequence. I'm waiting for the perfect movement by these guys, not having to stop once and still not taking any hits.
You know, really Gene showcase on Shay's side.
Yeah. A little bit of time from nhaar's side, but the main thing here is that you just don't get hit by the spears. That's of course the main priority. Shay needing to do a tiny backtrack there.
Yeah, optimally you can do this section without actually having to move back at all. But it's very hard to do that.
Okay, so in this room here, always going to get a scripted double mold small encounter, so 2 guaranteed kills here. I'm going to be picking up the ballet shoes, which is the next big damage upgrade of the game.
There goes the stick.
Always with the stick drops. What is this?
Shay's 100% gonna drop the stick. Is he not gonna
Oh,
drop the
really?
stick? He's gonna have to drop the stick at some point.
He knows this is a serious race, can't afford the time loss. Okay, so kind of half and half encounter for nhaar. I don't think he's going to be taking the Aaron. Nope, Shay clawing back a little bit of time from not having to wait a turn. There we go.
Look at
Close.
that.
Very close.
It's definitely one of the better RNG to get. He could have gotten better RNG though there.
Mm-hmm.
But just from nhaar getting the Aaron alone, definitely got this race to at least a few seconds apart now.
Yeah, that's like a 2-second gap. Both going for the very minor time saves here as well, such as being against the northern wall, so that Monster Kid has to spend less time moving towards you. Alright, let's see if that mashing makes a difference here.
Ooh. That mashing alone almost brought them even.
I'm telling you, it's not fair. This is why Undertale needs the wrist protector like in Deltarune. It's not fair. So second spear chase section. I mean, one runner accidentally getting hit here can definitely widen the gap again. It won't be by a huge amount, but so far it's been these kind of small degrees. Already a bit of a miscalculation from nhaar, unfortunately though. Both actually making small routing errors here, like in my opinion. Like normally it's like I wouldn't look at this section too closely, but when it's as close as it is and with 2 top runners, like I want to look for every little detail here, and there's a surprising number of tiny mistakes happening here. I'm going to need to make a tutorial for this section, I think.
Shay pulled ahead.
Yeah, I'm surprised, honestly. I'm gonna have words with both these gentlemen. Oh, wow. That's, honestly, I don't know about you, but this is the last screen that I would expect someone to take a hit there on as well.
Yeah, nhaar also went a little bit too far on the bridge, too. I noticed the end of the bridge on the screen, which is not good. But it was really hard to tell since he didn't have the spears to gauge off of.
Mm-hmm. Bet nhaar wishes he had a one character name now.
The one character name doesn't make too much of a big difference in the neutral run, but in this run and the True Pacifist run, especially True Pacifist, it makes a big difference. Like at least around like 5 to 7 seconds.
Shout out to Shay getting the Jesus Frisk glitch as well.
Shoutouts to the New Testament. So Shay's coming up on the first scripted encounter of Waterfall.
Nice
An
custom
audio
music also.
switch. Yeah, an audio switch there.
Alright, now let's see the lead immediately get flipped again. Possibly. The first couple of encounters that we get here are scripted. They're going to be on the same number of kills, based on what they've gotten so far, but after the first couple of encounters, it could be blown wide open again, just depending on what they get. Get 1 kill per encounter, 2 kills, they could get a single, like, there's a lot that could happen here.
Shay is going for the air intel here.
So is nhaar.
Shay did not need to hit all 3 in the center there.
No, he did not. Guys, come on! It's like a second faster to mash the last hits. Okay, good encounter for Shay. And, oh, wow. And we're seeing perfection in progress as well. Perfect hits with the ballet shoes. Shay nearly missed that one shot, though. And, yeah, nhaar nearly did as well. I'm scared. Game really helping him out so far. This is, at the same time though, Waterfall is a very weird area in that, you know, most areas they just have encounter rates, encounter pools. Waterfall is the only area in the game that has a value for a probability to generate the last encounter that you got. So you're actually more likely to repeat encounters than getting any other singular encounter in Waterfall.
Literally the definition of if one thing goes wrong, the rest of the things go wrong.
Like, wow, this is really good RNG so far. Just keeping on. I mean, they got the best encounter in the form of Washua Moldbig, and now they're just keeping on getting it. This is really good.
It's identical RNG so far. You don't see that often.
Alright, incoming Temmie in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Damn it! That would have been so good!
Identical waterfall RNG.
At least I knew when the encounter was going to happen, though. Down to the second. Like, come on. But yeah, wow, that's... I've never seen anything like that with those waterfalls. That's... I want to say that's literally the best RNG you can get in Waterfall for the second half of the grind. They just kept getting... I mean, okay, Shay spared something, so that could have technically been better with Temmie and just getting the single kill, but still, wow.
The one thing that Shay could have done better was to flee that one Aaron at the start.
Ah, right, yeah. you, of course, I mean, hindsight's 2020, but when you're at that point early on, you obviously don't know what encounters you're going to get later, so it's difficult to assess it.
I mean, it all comes down to which one is more likely for it to happen, but which one is also more optimal. It's really hard to tell in Genocide.
Yeah. I mean, in a race, I would always like opt for the consistency, really. Because it's like you could equally argue that had he not taken the Aaron and then gotten to that same last encounter and just gotten a Temi, it would be like, damn it, why didn't I take that Aaron? I could have finished here. All right, so I don't know. I'm expecting a pretty nice showing here for Undyne. This is one of the most challenging fights in the category for sure, since both characters are going to be trying to go for the quick kill in this fight. Necessitates you beating Undyne in 14 turns before a very slow attack on the 15th turn. You need to get almost perfect accuracy through this fight in order to be good enough for that. You need to basically deal an average of about 650 damage per hit. But both these guys, as good as they are, I'm expecting to see some magic.
Oof, Shay not getting a good hit there.
Okay.
Which is not good.
Could this be the way in which the lead gets changed again?
Shay a little bit fumbling around his keys there. That attack is very
Very easy.
He's getting perfect hits now.
Oh, nhaar, what's he doing? Oh, nhaar missed a cursor. I think he double inputted because he only landed 2 there and got a 1200.
That's not good for him.
Unfortunately, that has pretty much straight up killed the quick kill. I think even if he plays perfectly here, I'm not sure if he can get it. He's also actually looking a little low on health here.
So Shay's pace for quick kill doesn't look very favorable right now.
If he keeps getting perfects, then maybe. I mean, we didn't think last race we were going to see a perfect quick kill either.
Ooh. It's looking good now.
That looks doable, yeah. Maybe even a 1500 can do it here. And he'll be going for as good a hit as possible. There we go, nice.
That's good.
Yeah, unfortunately, nhaar's definitely not getting the quick kill now.
Yeah, he's got the long attack coming in. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, that one missed input really cost him there. Finishing up with a solid hit after that, though.
So Shay did finish that section ahead of my PB as well.
He's not ahead of my PB at this point, but if core goes well, like lots of burnt pan quads and stuff, the 106 is probably still on the cards.
Yeah, it looks like a 106 is on both tables for them, but nhaar has to get a really good core to have a 106.
Alright, let's see this. Early burnt pan.
Ooh. Oh wait, he got it.
That's an overflow, and that is a burnt pan.
And he got the meme stick throwaway. The one that
Nice.
doesn't waste
Wrong
time.
one.
Both
Okay,
ends.
2 overflows.
So both owners did get early burnt pan.
And the wrong warp at the same time. Very nice.
I often wonder if it's possible to go through that whole room without getting the plan encounter.
I don't think it is possible. I've never seen it happen, personally.
I know you're able to do it in a Hotlands IL where you have the punch card, but even then it's very hard to do.
Ah.
He opened up
Nice.
his window of defense. That is frame perfect, I believe. So it looks like NR has the pan equipped this early.
Yep, he does.
It's a little bit of time lost on NR just for equipping the pan.
Right, so Muffet, let's see if he staggers the hits at all. No. Tiny, tiny, tiny bit of time that can be saved there by just mashing the last hit from even the ballet shoes there. Still pretty reliably kills if the first 2 hits were accurate.
NR did not go for the little web boost there either.
Yeah, using the floor, the geometry to push you along a little bit.
NR doing an unnecessary amount of damage there. So equipping pan between now and core is when you should be equipping pan. Not 100% optimally, but RTA viably, this is where you do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it begins.
I was about to say the exact same thing. Good start for Shay, getting the one-shot on the Stig, and a nice quad on Whimsalot, of course the most important enemy to get it on.
So Shay is one of the top overrunners, so we're gonna see a lot of quads from him.
Yep, he has practiced that plan a lot for those Asgore fights. Oh my god.
It's not even necessary to get the full quad on a Whimsun. You can mash that last hit just a little bit earlier, just get a little bit of frames.
Mm. Alright, Alright, let's see if he starts getting them where they really matter. Against the tougher enemies. Nice start. Going in.
So he's not lost a turn yet in quarter, which is very good.
This is also the part where the actual randomness of the encounter starts. The first few encounters are scripted, and yeah, now he can get whatever the game wants, and this is the worst thing he can throw at him, and a missed quad. This is not good. Nice quad from nhaar though. And then of course the dreaded second turn quad. The one that just rubs it in, that you wasted some time. Both our guys generally doing very well for quad hits so far though. Triple, Shay.
All of the unnecessary quads.
All of them. Nice nhaar. Let's go. Oh. Ooh, not quite. Okay, nhaar is being definitely given half a chance here. Nice.
Oh, the last
quite.
hit. Last hit.
I can only imagine how irritating this must be.
After getting 3 quads on all those triples and then missing them both, it was frustrating.
Come on, Shay, just pretend that Night Knight is Asgore.
Probably weighs as much as Asgore.
Yeah, by the looks of it.
And our missing quads. And there's another triple for Shay.
I don't believe nhaar's had any yet, right?
I don't think so.
And I think this is Shay's second triple.
And he's getting quads on the triple encounter in the end.
Health's looking a little low though, he needs to be careful here.
The Night Knight magic can really screw you out. Oh, there's a triple for nhaar.
Okay, let's go. Shay moving over here indicates that I believe he's going to be hoping for this to push him up to 26 kills. Ugh. I mean, at least he quadded it. Alright, so if ever he needed a triple, now is it, because I'm pretty sure at that point he was banking on having 4 kills remaining before moving on to the warrior path. So this could easily cause him to need an extra encounter. Oh my god. I mean, again, okay, quad.
Still, it's not the worst encounter. Definitely puts pressure on the runner.
Okay, at least he turned it into a regular encounter, but I believe he still needs 1 more kill. So he's going to stop at this adjoining room, I think. Yep, there we go. So now, ironically, he'd like to get a single here as long as he can quad it. It will be the fastest possible.
He could be banking on a double here too.
Actually, even if he doesn't quad it, it would almost be the same as getting anything else. But yeah, wow. Because even though he just needs that one kill, he still, you know, needs to wait through the enemy attack animation. So it's just slightly faster than getting a single, which takes 2 turns to kill. So Warrior Path, 15 HP remaining. Really needs the quads now. Even the speed factor aside, I'd be worried about the fight taking more turns than necessary with this little HP remaining. Like, if he dies here, I will not believe that result. Okay, good.
So he shouldn't die. Yeah, this attack can literally just sit there.
Yeah, you just move slightly and then it tends to just orbit around you.
Oof.
Okay, bit of a trickier attack, but it shouldn't be
If
too much
nhaar
to
gets the quad here, it might. Oh.
Wow! Wow! And he's going for the bally shoes. He's going for the time save. Wow! I've never seen anything like this. This is crazy. Nailed it. Just.
So close. This is a visual representation of how much faster the ballet shoe animation is.
Wow, like, color me impressed. Just, wow. That was a really good on-the-spot decision. And I mean, hey, we're now at the point where, I mean, just consider that has basically granted him a small lead again, and honestly, that decision may have just won him the race, because at this point on, there's really not time variance, right?
Unless somebody has to heal mid-fight, which I don't believe is going to happen with time.
Yeah, I don't think so. I honestly think that's probably going to amount to a race-winning decision he made just there. I mean, okay, you did cut the corner a little weirdly there, but that's not going to make all the difference. Now, okay, I'll be a little generous and say in Phase 2 of Sands, there is some RNG in which random attacks he uses, and they can take varying lengths of time. So we do still have to just wait and see. But the ball is definitely in Shay's court right now. This is definitely like Shay's race to lose right now.
So Shay, I believe, is just barely on 106 pace.
He's seriously like 2 seconds ahead. This is insane.
Like 2 to 3 right now. But we're definitely going to see some better mashing on Shay's side here for the entire Flower Tail.
Yeah, Flowey Tail specifically is weird for the mashing. Okay, a little more optimal heal from nhaar's side. Yeah, the way that the game pulls inputs during the Flowey cutscenes is different, and you can kind of just mash inputs any old way, do them quickly, and it can result in faster text progression than anywhere else in the game. I don't know what this music is, but I hate it. Oh, come on.
It's quite the demonic music. Pretty fitting. I don't know if he's piano mashing this or if he's spam mashing this. Because I've definitely seen people do this faster.
Yeah, I random mash this segment. I can't speak for anyone else.
I do random mash this, and it goes way faster than what Shay is presenting. Because if you are mashing optimally, you do not hear any of Flowey's like noise that he makes between Xboxes.
All right, here we go, y'all.
I wonder what new music we have in store.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to change the audio over, even though nhaar's not in the lead. If it's too memey, I don't care.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ. I think we should ban memes.
I think they're great.
Shay still on pace so far for a no-hit fight, but if he reaches phase 2 without any damage, I don't believe for a second that he's going to actually try for a no-hit on this pace, assuming he knows how close he is to nhaar. Alright, well, now he's got no excuse for trying for it.
That mashing.
Oh my god, that was close.
69 HP, he is under pressure.
Yeah, he can't afford any mistakes now, not even from menu bones. He needs to maintain this HP count. And getting through that menu there without losing HP, I believe that's frame perfect.
Ooh, no, that's 69.
Nice. Alright, here we go. And yeah, he did manage to claw some time back, presumably from just the randomness in phase 2 there. gap is clearly wider now. So yeah, at this point, assuming that Shay doesn't make what I want to call pretty much the only possible mistake left to throw the result of the match, which is moving too soon before Sans falls asleep. Assuming he just doesn't jump the gun there, this is definitely going to be a win for Shay. A very well earned one because, damn, this was a close race and both runners definitely performed very well throughout the whole way through. It's kind of mad to think that, honestly, if nhaar had gotten Undying Quick Kill, he probably would still be winning this race.
It's sleepy time, Sans.
I mean, soon. Very soon. Alright, there we go.
I don't think I've seen anybody wake up Sans before in this tournament.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I don't know if I've even really seen it in any live runs. I know I've done it just when I've been playing and not concentrating on what I'm doing, but, you know, not in a run.
Is Shay gonna beat my PB? I don't think so. He might. It's definitely going to be really close.
This is 106 pace either way.
He's 2 seconds behind my PB. Wow.
This is pretty much 106.45 pace.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to call Shay's final time as 106.45.
But it looks like they both might get 106 as well. I am Thanos.
The dreaded 6-character name, dude. It's like, ah.
This might be a 10646 just because of the.
We'll see.
Because I did use a 1-character name in my PB.
I used a 6-character name in my PB.
It's pretty much to a point where if I am memeing, I will do it. But if I'm not memeing, I always use S.
Damn it! Oh my god. Yeah, that's just the characters. Like, damn it. Game really let me down there. But big congrats to Shay. That is quite a result. 3 seconds ahead of my PB. Like, damn, time to go and feel ashamed of myself.
We'll be together forever, won't we?
Just some random ass race and he goes and beats my PB, because why not?
I mean, that's what I did too. I literally ran this category twice in the last 2 years. Anyways, I believe one, if not both of them, are coming in here.
Looks
Yeah,
like it.
They're down there, yeah. I don't know if they can just come up.
Hopefully.
Wow.
Oh my god. I can't believe I did that.
That was a race. Wow.
I looked at where we were before I went into core and then after I went into core.
So,
How
wait.
close we were, and I was like, "Oh my god! If I die to Sands, I swear."
Wait, how close we were before core?
More than we were after core.
Man, wait, you got a 48, right?
I think so.
Man, if I hadn't whiffed the astigmatism, dude.
I'll tell you where you were both at. Like, as you were entering the last encounter on Warrior Path, Shay's decision to equip the ballet shoes put him in front by the end of the encounter.
Oh, really?
Like, I couldn't believe that. You were that
And
close.
I'm guessing Shay saved a lot of time on the mashing a new home.
Yes.
I looked like mid Sands, like right after I finished Sands, and I saw us on the same attack, and I almost was like, "Oh my god, what?" And then I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's the attack before the special attack."
Oh man.
The RNG in Phase 2 of Sands seemed to make quite a large difference. Like, there was just quite a large gap that appeared between you two by the end of the fight, and I think it's just the RNG and how the different attacks can take a certain amount of time.
The RNG I got in Ruins, I was like, "Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me!" But then the worst thing that entire run was when I was finishing up core. I was at 24 kills and I needed to get to 28, and
Yeah.
I got to 20. What did I get to? I got a single at 24. I'm at 25. So I grind there for the double, and I'm like, okay, now I'm at 27 because the game told me to
You
give me a
got the
single instead of it. And then I go up there to grind at 27, and I get a triple, and I was like, are you kidding me?
Dude,
I mean, you had your share of triples before that point in the grind, so
I was
yeah.
so mad.
Shay, how many quads did you miss on core that mattered?
Too many.
Oh
I saw
man.
at
Like
least
5
4.
or 6.
Yeah, at least 4, 5, or 6.
Man, my RNG overall was good, but I messed up core very bad.
I golded my Muffet split, and I was only like 2 seconds off my gold for waterfall.
Oh yeah. Waterfall and core were like the things that didn't make my run so good.
You guys had identical RNG in Waterfall.
Did
Really?
we both get the triple, or got 3, what's the name of the Mold Big and Washua?
Yeah, you had identical RNG in Waterfall.
Oh, nice.
Literally,
Did you?
literally post Temmie, literally the same encounters.
Wonderful.
Oh.
Even before the Temmie, it was the same, right? I mean, I think the you took different.
Did
No,
you get
that's not
Washua
right.
Aaron?
I got Washua.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, so literally one encounter was
Oh.
different across the entire area.
I wasn't sure if fleeing from the Aaron was the most optimal, but I think it was.
It is.
Oh, okay. But I missed quick heal, because I double inputted in one of the shoes attack.
Yeah.
Then I got 1200.
I was really scared that was gonna happen to me.
Anyways, GG. I can't believe I actually was able to PB and somehow almost get close to you. Shoutouts to RNG.
All right. Well, GG to both of you. We have another race.
Oh,
13
the triple.
minutes. Literally back to back to back races. So I'll be commentating that one as well.
Wait, Draco, do you need someone to commentate? To cover your comment?
I'm probably going to be taking my leave. Yes.
Alright, sure.
Like I signed up for all three to begin with, but I actually don't know if I'm really going to have the time, and I'm really tired by this point as well.
Yeah, sure, I'll do it.
We do have Young Donut actually coming in. I don't know if you want to do triple com or
Okay,
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't want to take his spot.
Just have
I don't-
three
I don't-
commentators, three people to talk over each other.
I don't want to make everything about myself, you know?
Either way, thank you guys very much, and I'm sure I'll be seeing you around. So good luck in the next race, and I'll see you all later.
See ya.
See you guys later.
Goodbye. Sans.